Dr. Sarah Mitchell had never seen anything like this in her 15 years of experience. Kate Middleton's hospital bed was empty, the window was ajar, and there was only one note in the room. The 3 words written on the note shocked the doctor so much that she dropped the files in her hands. The events that unfolded that night would reveal Kate Middleton's biggest secret during her illness. London's most prestigious private hospital, St. Mary's Private Hospital, is usually completely silent at night. The corridors are dimly lit, and only the footsteps of the nurses on duty can be heard. But the night of March 15th was different. At exactly 2:30 a.m., an unexpected commotion had begun in the VIP section on the 4th floor. Dr. Sarah Mitchell was one of the most experienced doctors in the oncology department. She was the head of the team closely monitoring Kate Middleton's treatment. When she received an urgent call from home that night, her heart began to race rapidly. "Dr. Mitchell, you need to come urgently," said the night nurse Sandra Williams. Her voice was trembling. Kate Middleton is missing." "What do you mean, missing?" asked the doctor, quickly getting out of bed. "Her room is empty. She's nowhere to be found. The security guards say they didn't see anything either. Please come immediately." When she rushed to the hospital, security guards were pacing in the corridors. The VIP section was in complete chaos. Dr. Mitchell was deeply shaken by what she saw when she entered Kate's room. The sheets on the bed were neatly arranged, as if Kate had never slept there. The window was slightly ajar, and the cold night air had filled the room. Kate's personal belongings were in their place. Her bag, phone, watch, everything was on the nightstand. But the most shocking thing was the small piece of paper left on the pillow. Dr. Mitchell picked up the note with trembling hands and read, "Please understand me." These 3 simple words affected the doctor so deeply that her legs gave way and the patient files in her hands scattered on the floor. Kate Middleton had escaped from the hospital at the most critical moment of her treatment. But why? Dr. Mitchell's mind recalled the last conversation she had with Kate. A day earlier, Kate had looked at her and asked, "Doctor, what if the treatment doesn't work?" Her voice was so broken that Dr. Mitchell realized how tired she was, not just physically, but emotionally. "Kate, the most important thing right now is not to lose hope," the doctor had said. But she had seen that uncertainty in Kate's eyes. It was as if the princess had completely lost herself. For the past few weeks, she had noticed changes in Kate's behavior. The princess had gradually become quieter during treatment sessions. She used to ask questions and want to talk about her condition, but recently she would just look out the window and get lost in thought. Hospital Security Chief Robert Thompson was on duty that night. While reviewing security camera footage, he had seen Kate leaving her room at 2:15 a.m. The most surprising thing was that Kate appeared completely calm and determined. It was as if she had already planned this escape. "Doctor, it's a very strange situation," Thompson explained. Kate Middleton was wearing hospital pajamas, had slippers on her feet. She was carrying a small bag and holding something in her hand. When they zoomed in on the image, they saw that Kate was holding Diana's photograph in her hand. This detail could give a clue about where Kate might have gone. At 3 a.m., the hospital management called an emergency meeting. Dr. Mitchell, Nurse Sandra, Security Chief Thompson, and a Royal Security representative gathered in the conference room. "Friends, we are currently facing a very critical situation," said Hospital Director Dr. Elizabeth Harper. "Kate Middleton has left our hospital at the most critical stage of her treatment process." Following these words, Nurse Sandra described Kate's recent behavior. Kate Middleton was not an ordinary patient. She was a very strong woman, but also very fragile. For the past week, Kate had been much quieter. When I was giving her medication last night, Kate asked me, "Sandra, have you ever felt very lonely?" Her voice was so sad that I wanted to stay there. "There's something else," Sandra added. "Diana's photograph that Kate always carried with her is missing. I heard her talking to that photograph several times. She would say, "Mother, I don't know what to do." At this point, William also arrived at the hospital. When he arrived, there was deep concern on his face. "How was Kate's condition?" "Did something happen to her?" William asked. Dr. Mitchell showed William the note Kate had left. When William read the note, he began to cry silently. "I should have noticed. I should have noticed how much Kate was struggling." William remembered his recent conversations with Kate. Kate had asked me, "William, what will happen if I die?" I said, "Don't talk like that, Kate. You will recover." But I couldn't fully understand how scared Kate was. At 4 a.m., the hospital and Royal Security teams began searching for Kate together. Searches had been initiated in various parts of London. Security teams began checking all possible places Kate could have gone. William began to think about places Kate might have gone. "Kate would always visit Diana's room during difficult times," he said, his voice trembling with worry. "She would talk to Diana's photographs there, touch her belongings. Maybe she went to Kensington Palace." Security Chief Thompson assessed the situation. "Getting to Kensington Palace isn't easy, but Kate has royal security codes. She could enter there quietly." William explained Kate's special bond with Diana. Kate would feel peaceful in Diana's room. She would say, "I feel Diana's presence there. If she really went there, we can find her." At 4:30 a.m., an unexpected development occurred. A phone call came to the hospital reception. The caller said that Kate Middleton was safe and would return to the hospital. "Kate Middleton is calling without revealing her identity," said receptionist Sarah. "Her voice is calm but tired. She says she's safe and will return to the hospital. But she's not saying where she is." Dr. Mitchell answered the phone with her heart racing. "Kate, is that you? Where are you?" "Doctor, I'm sorry," Kate's voice said over the phone, trembling but determined. "I'll be there soon. Please don't worry." William had grabbed the phone. "Kate, where are you? I was so worried." "William, I'm so sorry, but I had to do this. Now I understand. I understand everything." After an hour had passed, sounds were coming from outside. Dr. Mitchell, William, and the security team rushed to the hospital entrance. Looking outside, they saw a car approaching the hospital entrance from afar in the darkness of the night. The car stopped quietly. The engine sound ceased. When the door opened, Kate Middleton got out quietly. She was still wearing her hospital pajamas, but had put on a dark coat over them. In her hand were Diana's photograph and a small bag. There was now a different expression on her face. Instead of the anxiety and fear of the previous days, she looked more peaceful, more determined. There was now a clarity in her eyes. It was as if she had found the part of herself that was lost. As Kate walked toward the hospital entrance, William ran to her. "Kate," he shouted, "where were you?" "I was so worried." Kate hugged William, and they stayed like that for a long time. "I'm sorry, William, but I had to do this," she said, her voice trembling but determined. "Where did you go, Kate?" Dr. Mitchell asked. Kate took a deep breath. "I went to Kensington Palace, to Diana's room. I looked at her photographs, talked to her. I promised her I would be strong." Dr. Mitchell noticed the change in Kate's eyes. She no longer looked scared like before. "Diana's room is still exactly the same," Kate continued. "I sat there, read her diaries. She was also scared like me, also had to appear strong like me. But she never gave up." "There's something else," Kate said. She took out a small letter from her bag. "I found a letter Diana wrote to me. She wrote it when I got married, but never gave it to me." Kate opened the letter and read, "Dear Kate, as I write this letter, you haven't yet taken your place in our family. But one day, you too will face the difficulties of this family. You will have to be strong, but remember that being strong doesn't mean being fearless. Being strong means standing up despite your fears. I love you, Diana." These words deeply affected everyone. Kate's escape was actually a journey of self-discovery. She needed to draw strength from Diana's memory. I realized I'm not alone anymore, Kate said. Diana's spirit is with me. Her strength is my strength. I'm ready to face my fears now. William held Kate's hand. Kate, promise me you won't do this again. I was so scared. I promise, William, but I won't hide my fears anymore. We'll talk openly together, all of us. Kate's voice now had her former determination. Doctor, I want to continue my treatment, but now for a different reason. I'll fight not just for myself, but for Diana's memory too. The next morning, when Kate came for her treatment session, all the hospital staff looked at her with different eyes. She was no longer just a patient, but also a strong warrior. Nurse Sandra immediately noticed Kate's change. Kate, you look very different, more peaceful. Sandra, I'm at peace with my fears now, Kate said. Diana's memory gives me strength. I'm fighting not just for myself now, but for her too. Dr. Mitchell, while informing the royal family about Kate's condition, stated that this escape had actually contributed positively to the treatment process. Kate had regained her self-confidence. Nurse Sandra described how Kate changed after that day. She was now smiling during treatment sessions, speaking hopefully. She also started talking to other patients. It was as if Diana's spirit was giving her strength. Kate was now asking questions during treatment sessions, wanting to talk about her condition. She was speaking openly with doctors, sharing her fears. Doctor, I'm no longer afraid of death, Kate said one day. Of course I want to live, but my fears no longer hold me captive. Kate's story caused a great stir in the media, but this time there was a supportive rather than critical approach. Kate Middleton's courage gave hope to all cancer patients, wrote the Times. The princess showed that being strong is not just about appearing strong. Kate's story also received great support on social media. The hashtag #KateStrong became a worldwide trend. Kate's courage also gave courage to other cancer patients. After the hospital shared Kate's story, they received positive feedback from many patients who had experienced similar situations. Kate's courage caused me to open up too, said patient Mary Johnson. I now share my fears with my doctors. This positively affected my treatment process. Kate's escape caused the hospital management to review their patient care policies. Hospital Director Dr. Elizabeth Harper said, Kate's experience improved our patient-centered care approach. We now consider not only the physical, but also the emotional needs of our patients. Inspired by Kate's story, the hospital launched an emotional support program. This program aims to meet not only the physical, but also the emotional needs of patients. Kate's openness also caused permanent changes in the royal family. William said, Kate's courage caused us to be more open too. We no longer hide our fears and anxieties. We talk openly. This is healthier for both us and our children. King Charles stated that he found Kate's behavior very brave. Kate has started a new era in the royal family. We will be a more open, more sincere family now. According to hospital records, Kate's treatment process after that night was much more positive. Her morale and motivation were high. Her compliance with treatment was perfect. Dr. Mitchell, when telling this story years later, says, Kate's escape taught me something important. Sometimes patients need not only medical treatment, but also emotional healing. Kate's escape was not just a physical movement. This was an emotional journey, a process of facing her past, drawing strength from her mother's memory, and discovering her own inner strength. This story shows us that sometimes, in the most difficult moments, we can find strength from the most unexpected places. For Kate, this place was Diana's memories and love. And so, that mysterious escape at midnight became a turning point in Kate's treatment process. With the strength she drew from Diana's memory, she began to fight her illness more strongly. Kate's story shows the true meaning of being strong. Being strong doesn't mean overcoming your fears. It means walking with your fears. Today, Kate continues her life completely healthy and strong. The strength she found in Diana's room that night changed her life. and it gave hope to thousands of cancer patients too. Kate's courage gave an important message not only to herself, but to the whole world. Even in the most difficult times, it is possible not to lose hope and stay strong.